So I know that there is a lot going on right now, and I know a lot of folks are pretty tired, pretty stressed out, and there are a lot of feelings going around: anger, um, terror, horror, um, fear, rage. And while all of those have a place, all of those are certainly justified. It is also your nervous system, is doing this, right? All sort of all alarms are flashing, and that contributes to a lot of health issues, and things that will just generally um, make sort of a consistent action difficult. Burning out is really something that we're trying to avoid here. I think we can show up for our community and also for ourselves, and by doing that, one of the ways we can do that is practicing. Again, certainly not criticizing people who are like going. I love that energy, but I do want you to be okay. And so this is just a little practice. I think I we'll do a little bit of breath, and then we'll move into the pose, probably 20 minutes on the long end. um, do as you can, um, when you get a chance in between. And if you can only practice for 5 minutes, that's fine. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm sitting up, on a pillow. You can grab whatever you'd like to sit on. For this practice, we will need, ideally, you will have 5 blankets. I feel like we could bare bones it with 3. If you can find 5, that's ideal. Towels will work. Blankets off of your bed. Um, Throw pillows even. Throw blankets even. I do want one that's firm enough. That's going to be for the head support. And then I'd like something to cover you. A sheet. If you have like a flat sheet, I don't know if you use those for anything. I find them irritating. But you can use one to cover your whole body, and that will work as well. And then also a chair. If you can grab a chair, or you can use the side of your couch. That also will work. You can use your couch, and you put your legs up on the couch. Is what I'm going to do. And that will work fine. So let's begin by just sitting. We can sit up tall. Shoulders are over the hips, and the ears are over the shoulders. We can drop the chin. And we'll just start by really grounding into the body. So we'll notice the seat first. So notice where your body meets the pillow, the blankets, and the floor. And notice your legs and your ankles on the floor. Become aware of your body as the shoulders reach towards the ceiling, as the crown of the head rises. Notice the temperature on your skin. And then start to just gently almost gather evidence of the present moment. What are the sounds that you hear around you? What is the smell of the air around you? there anything in your body that you notice? We just scan from the crown of the head all the way down, noticing about the body right now. Maybe there's a little tightness in the shoulder. Maybe you find there's particular tension in the stomach. We're just observing. We're just collecting evidence of the now. Notice your hands on your knees. Start to notice the rhythm of the breath. Taking note. Is it fast and quick? Shallow? You might notice that as we observe the body, subtle changes just happen naturally. The breath may start to deepen. Notice that too. Can you be a loving witness to your own reality? Now we'll start to affect the breath. Inhale through the nose, filling the back of the body. Allow the inhale to become the exhale. Shoulders fall away. And then find a normal rhythm in the breath. Do this 2 more times. Inhale through the nose, filling the back and side body. Release the shoulders. Find your normal breathing rhythm. One more inhale through the nose, filling the side and back body. Spilling into the exhale. Release the shoulders, release the belly. Drop the chin. Release the face. And then gently lift the head. So I want to set up for our pose. So, like I said, we'll use the chair, or you can use the side of the couch. If you are going to use the side of the couch, it is the exact same setup. We're just pretending, oh, we're not pretending anything. It's just like a portion of, a chair is like a portion of a couch. That's how we're using this. So I have a bunch of I have 5 blankets here, and I'm actually sitting on a couple more. I have a bit of a sensitive low back, and as somebody who's a little bit thick, when I lay on my when there's pressure on my sacrum, I feel that when I get up. So what I just put down extra blankets, and mine are, I have cotton blankets. But if you have like a rug, like if you have like a softer rug, put that down maybe under a blanket. So really gauging, like, how do you feel when you lay on the floor? How does your body feel? If you want extra padding, give yourself extra padding. If you are like, ma'am, you said grab 5 blankets, I don't have enough for extra padding, take 2 of those blankets. We're going to use them for arm covers. Take those 2 blankets instead, or towels, and put them under your low back. So we're not creating a back bend. We're not lifting the pelvis here. So if you do have extra blankets, I'd like you to make it so it is an even surface from your sacrum up beyond your head. So that being said, let's go ahead and well, I actually do have one more thing. So restorative yoga, right? It's the use of props to put the body in positions of comfort to really bring about deep relaxation. So let your body and your comfort lead this practice. If you get into this pose and you are like, this is not for me, you are allowed and encouraged to come out of it and adjust. If you don't like this, you can put a pillow under your knees and have your legs on the floor. If you are uncomfortable, I do encourage you to explore that discomfort. Is it pain, or is it just sometimes hard to sit quietly? If it's the latter, maybe give yourself a couple of breaths. Sometimes it is hard to be still, and that's not like it's difficult sometimes to be still, especially if you are feeling stressed. So it is not an indication of failure. It is not an indication of anything other than you might not be feeling it, and that's okay. You can break it into smaller pieces. Try 5 minutes at a time. That's totally fine. So now let's go ahead and get set up. I'm going to move the pillow that I'm sitting on. Lastly, if you have a bag of rice, this is sort of last minute. If you have a bag of rice, you can grab it, and we can actually use it as a little bit of weight on the shins. I have like a meditation pillow, and it's like not that heavy. It's probably a couple pounds. I like to put that on my legs. You can also use a blanket. So I have my chair here, and you can use really any chair I wouldn't use one that swivels. I wouldn't use a swivel chair, but it's like a static chair. You can use really any chair. You may find, like, this is a yoga chair. You may find that the chair that you use, if it's not like an official yoga chair, it might be tilted, where the back might be a little bit lower. If that's the case, you can put something on the back end. So like if this slanted, you could maybe put a blanket here to make it even. You could also put something under the feet to bring it to a balanced area. Nothing that'll fall on you. It's important. But I do want this to be level. So I'm going to take one of my blankets, and I'm just going to bring it over the seat of the chair. If you're doing this on the couch, you don't necessarily need a blanket. This would be really cold and uncomfortable, and it's quite hard. When I do this over my couch, I just do it over the cushion. If you're doing it over the couch, you do want to make sure that there's room so that your toes don't hit the back of the couch. What you can do is you can actually pull the cushion towards you a little bit, not so that it bends, but just so it gives you a little bit of space from the back of the couch. So I have my chair here, and then you can see I have a lot of blankets here, but these blankets are set up, move this, so that my sacrum is completely supported, and then the back of my head will also be supported here. And then, so I have these other blankets. Let's go ahead and set up the head blanket first. So whatever blanket you're using, I would suggest using your sort of denser blanket, maybe a little bit of a thicker weave here. So you're going to open it all the way, and then we go edge to edge. Right? And then we're going to do it again. And then we'll do it again. So we've come here, and we're just going to bring the edges to each other. Stagger the edge slightly so that it's a little stepped. This is going to go right under this is going to go to the shoulders. So that I want this edge here to be touching the shoulder. So you can see it's actually below the top of my shoulder. And that's going to go where your head would go. You can see that it is not halfway off the other blanket. So it is completely supported so that my back will be level and my head will be slightly lifted. I'm going to take my other two blankets. I actually have one set up in the spot here, and I folded it the same way. I went end to end, end to end, and then again. And then from here you can fold it in half. Once more, kind of like the head support. These are going to be like our mittens, and the wrist is going to go in 90 degrees there from the edge. I want the arms to be able to have space from the body. Not out here. We don't want it to be this open, sort of, this is pretty stimulating, but you don't want it here. So I do want a little bit of sort of easy space between the arm and the body. So we'll use that to sort of just judge where the hand will go. And then I'm doing the same thing. I made a bit of a mitten, and my hand will fit in there. And then I'm going to take my last blanket. This is, so the head blanket, one of the, as far as bare bones goes, I would say the head blanket. If you're on a chair, I would say the one between your body and the chair, and then the cover. And I would say those would be your three important blankets. So I'm going to open this. I like to open up my top blanket early because otherwise I get sort of stuck sometimes trying to pull it over. And so I'm going to get into this pose, show you how to get into it, and then while you're in it, I'm going to come out and watch the time. So grab your eye cover, have that nearby. This is a little weighted. I do not put the full weight of these on my cornea. I put that, I bring all the heaviness to one end, put that on my forehead, and allow the cloth to cover my eyes. A towel works. You can make a hood out of a towel. We just really want to block the light. So, to come into this, move my blanket over to the side. It's not elegant. It's not elegant. At least for me. I got short little legs, and I always feel funny coming into it, but it's very comfortable. So I'm going to grab, if you have your rice bag, like a bag of rice, you can have it nearby. I have this, it's a meditation pillow, but it's just got like little bead things in it. I'm going to have that nearby as well. So I like to put my sort of pelvis into place in the middle of the chair between the legs. And then I bring the outer corner of my knee just to the corner of the chair. And this just kind of helps me get into place. And then I'll bring one leg up like that. And then I'm actually going to grab my blanket. This takes a little maneuvering. I'm going to grab my blanket and cover my leg because it's a lot easier than one at a time. or then both at a time. And then I'll bring the other leg up, and I'm covered. What I'd like you to do here, big toes come together as the heels spin out. You can roll one knee in, tuck the blanket. Roll the other knee in, tuck the blanket. So you've got some burrito legs. And then if you have your bag of rice, you can bring that onto the shins and then come down onto the back and make sure you're comfortable and in the right space. Okay. Bring your blanket up if there's strings on it, no fringe touching the body. And then from here, reach up either side of the ears, and you'll start to roll in towards the body with the top layer. And you're making a little bit of a nest for the head. When that feels comfortable, you'll grab the bottom layer and start to roll that in. And you can tuck the top corners towards the body so you can see how it supports my head being in flexion a little here. So the chin is tucked. The arms can come out to the side and into the blankets, into the little mittens we've created. And then from here, we'll just start to settle. Notice your body on the floor. Let your legs be held by the props, by the chair. Allow the shoulders to fall into the head support. Release the weight of the head, the brain and the skull. Allow the belly to become soft, almost like it's pooling. And just start to move through the body, sweeping away any tension. I'll start to call out a part of the body, and when I do, maybe you send a little relaxation and a little release. So just notice the soles of the feet, the tops of the feet, the ankles. Notice the shins and the calves. Notice the knees, and the thighs and the hips. Notice the belly, the organs, the side body. Notice the back body, lower, middle, and upper back. Notice the front of the chest, the shoulders and the upper arms, the elbows and the forearms, the wrists, the palms, the back of the hands. Notice the back of the neck and the throat, the back of the head, and the low jaw, the low lip and the upper lip, the right cheek and the left, the right eye and the left eye, the space between the eyebrows, the temples, the forehead, and the crown of the head. Notice from the crown of the head to the shoulders, to the elbows, to the hands, to the hips, knees, the ankles, and the feet. body to rest here. I have the time and I won't leave you. And make sure you've covered your eyes. Take a deep breath. Allow the exhale to almost melt out of the body. You can bring one hand to the torso and then the other. You can bring one foot to the edge of the couch or chair and then the other. And then with a lot of care, find your way to your side of choice. And take a couple of breaths here on your side. And then when you're ready, you can use your top arm to push yourself up to seated. And your face will come up last. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for practicing with me and for breathing with me. And if you want to practice more, please join any of my classes. Monday at 6, Saturday at 4:30. And please take care of yourself. Please let yourself rest often and well. Let's take a final breath together. Inhale. Exhale, hands together at the heart. And then one more breath all at once. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale. May we dismantle the systems that keep all beings from happiness, from health, and from freedom. Thank you.